Hello. So today we are going to be making chicken stock or chicken broth. I'm not quite sure, but let's start by breaking down our chicken. Not that way, but so we just kind of, cut off the skin as we trace down the thigh to cut that off. Eventually you're going to hit a bone, and once you break that bone, it's kind of easy to just cut around it. Next, we're going to take out the chicken breast. Honestly, it's so much easier if you just pull off all the skin. I decided not to because I was being stubborn. But once you find that bone in the middle of the chest, you just want to kind of trace your knife on it as you cut, and eventually you'll cut out the chicken breast. It's a little bit easier than you think. Since I was making a stock or a broth, I didn't really care to be super precise, and it's also my first time breaking down a chicken. But yeah, you just kind of trace down, and eventually you'll have a chicken breast. So now that we've removed the breast and thighs, we're gonna go ahead and bake our chicken or roast our chicken. So this is just to add a little bit more flavor to the stock, and yeah, it adds a little bit of color as well. So we're gonna roast that chicken for a little bit. I believe I roasted it for probably 45 minutes. But while that's roasting, let's go ahead and get our vegetables prepped. So we're going to be prepping some celery, carrots, leeks, onions, and parsley. Now that our chicken is done, we can go ahead and start preparing the stock. So there's still a lot of flavor left in this pan, so let's go ahead and deglaze it and add that to our stock. Perfect. Now we're gonna add some peppercorns and some thyme. Next, we're gonna add the rest of our vegetables. Now we're going to add just enough water to cover the vegetables, not too much. Next, we're going to bring the pot up to a boil, and once we do, we're going to continue to reduce the heat until we're kind of to a very light simmer, something kind of like this. And then you want to let it go for about 4 hours. Now you want to go ahead and take out all of your vegetables and chicken, and you can just throw that away. There's no flavor left, I promise you. Now that we've sifted out our stock, we want to go ahead and cool it down so we can put it in the fridge overnight. So what I did was placed some ice in the sink and filled it up with water, and then I just let the pot sit in there for a little bit. Next we put it in the fridge and go to sleep. So after a few hours in the fridge, this is how your stock should look. All the fat should have solidified and floated to the top. So we're just gonna go ahead and scoop all of that out. So I got most of it out, but we gotta pull in the big guns now. So what I did was grab the rag and sat it on top of my other sift and just poured it through. So now that the stock is fat free, you can go ahead and store it however you want. Some people put it in mason jars and freeze it, but I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to freeze it in half-cup cubes. And this is what they should come out looking like. Seems pretty convenient, doesn't it?
Yeah. That will be hard.
After hours of cooking, it's only right that we compare our stock to the store-bought stuff. So I salted both of them, and honestly, didn't even help. It was a landslide. Our stock was far better. It was a lot sweeter. It honestly had flavor. The store-bought stuff really just tasted like salted water, and I don't want to just rag on the store-bought stuff because, you know, I spent hours making the stock, but it really is night and day. So if you do have a few hours to spare, I would really recommend trying this out for yourself.
This one already has a little bit of salt in it.
So that's the end of the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Lastly, make sure you follow me on TikTok and Instagram. And yeah, peace.